Welcome back to Hypnospace Outlaw. In this episode, we keep exploring the freelands. Because, well, that's where we were. I'm excited to get to stuff I haven't seen yet. So, let's do this. First, of course, we need to type it in because it's unlisted. Alright, let's go up here. The Trial of Axxelerator. Now that's the thing we have to find. The bull ring. Who is Taurus a comprehensive... Oh god, okay. Taurus and Muleta began life as the underground creation of oddball creative of color Virgil Timothy in the early 80s. Small, overtly comedic sequences or non sequiturs between situations in a given issue even took on the self-congratulatory tone of corny public service announcement used in the comics of titular Bigsby Comics icon Bigsby. However, the weird creation soon took on a life of its own after the owners of toy company Gurgle encountered one of the issues at a local comic convention. With the unexpected support of a major toy company, Taurus and Muleta was well on its way into the spotlight, but not without a few changes. The original set out issues, printed in black and white with covers colored by hand after the fact, could be explosively violent. The series starred a crime-fighting bull, an ascension cape with a single giant eye that could shoot rays that either enraged opponents or blew them to pieces. They lived under a bullfighting ring in a high-tech secret lair built by Taurus under Muleta's direction. Muleta doesn't have hands. Yeah, I can see that. There's a suggestion throughout that Taurus once had a very different life and is now being mentally coerced by Muleta to dive deeper into a life of vigilante violence he isn't quite comfortable with. The pair regularly murder a cyborg humanoid unicorn named the Starwart. With all of this in mind, is it any surprise Gurgle will want T8M to alter their image? Unfortunately, the compromises Virgil made during this period would spell the beginning of the end for his involvement in his creation. The comics were altered with a new number 1 rebranding to be a bit more simple, a little less subversive, no more hints of mind control Taurus, a little more heroic and more humorous. Bringing things full circle, Bigsby Comics of all entities took on the responsibility of printing and distributing the series, putting a stamp of legitimacy on Virgil's now burgeoning career. Soon after, an animated TV show entered development alongside a line of best-selling toys. Within the space of a few years, Taurus and Muleta were everywhere, from cereal boxes to pocket watches to t-shirts. Around this time, animal rights got a hold of a central conceit of the series, and all hell broke loose. Everyone seemed to collectively realize that this was a comic based on bullfighting. The horror! Brief media panic ensured that the cultural cachet of Taurus and Muleta plummeted. An in-development feature movie quickly had its funding and marketing budget slashed as a result. Virgil attempted to get the rights for the movie back to avoid a half-finished project killing their characters in the public eye, only to find the paperwork he had signed with his friends at Gurgle meant he had rights. He had lost Taurus and Muleta. The movie bombed a confusing, rushed disappointment for both fans and creators. Virgil left comics disillusioned and largely forgotten. Sometimes he reflected in the Hypnospace forums about what happened. For the most part, though, he tries not to. Only in recent years has Gurgle dared to bring back Taurus and Muleta as inexplicable officers of the law in a techno-cyber future, keeping cartoon villains from destroying the world. Taurus has a cybernetic eye, while Muleta spouts sassy catchphrases in a thin, high comedic voice. The first monster to defeat an owl attempted to start a bullfighting ring with cybernetic bulls. In X 2009, the now beloved characters live on in a form that actually seems like it might stick. The subversive tool of expression for a kooky independent creator has become the polished, inoffensive mascot of choice for a faceless toy conglomerate. What a world. Jesus Christ, that was a lot of reading. Fan art? Cool. About Roddy. Let me know about you, buddy. Hi, I'm Roddy. Let's see. I dropped out of high school, then I became famous in the world of computing after releasing Sandwich Encryption with Sam Parker. I miss you, buddy. Now I work on Hypnospace programming some of Dylan's creations. Virtual pets were our pet project. Ha ha. Huh. Okay. Your Hypnospace diary. Dylan and me and the plans for the year 2000 HypnoS update, and I don't think anyone is ready for what we are about to unleash. Wow. Just wow. We have just launched the HypnoS virtual pets. There are 3 so far, and more coming soon. A pink squid? Where's the pink squid? We didn't have a long time to finish these, so I'm surprised at how well they turned out. Oh yeah, you sandwich users just might want to download yourself a pet. Hehehe. Normal pet food is great and all, but I know that some of you were hoping that HypnoS would support sandwich encryption since I was hired here, but unfortunately we can't legally do that. I tried. In other news, I've started working on a little virtual pet game. One of Dylan's many pet projects, as he says. Hehehe, it is pretty fun. Hey, I got permission to make a diary of what I'm working on at Merchant Stuff. I'm mostly collaborating with Dylan on the fun stuff. They got a few interns to handle the boring bug squashing, thank God. Right now, I'm working on some moderation tools for the new Hypnospace Patrol Department. Going to let our fellow Hypnospace citizens police themselves instead of have us do it. We all think it's a pretty good idea, plus it saves money. And yes, I'm trying to get Sandwich working in HypnoS. I have a feeling Adrian isn't going to want to do it since he already has a reputation as a heist tool, but we'll see. It feels like this guy is like two-sided. He's with them and he's against them. Like, bro, who you... Which side you on, buddy? Which side you on? Where's the squid, man? Aww. Alright, well, we saw him. What is this? Cybercog Cogulus, Gary's control room. Welcome to Gary's control room. If you've been to a Cybercog event, we've probably met. I've attended over 20 events all over the country over the last 3 years. Check out my new interactive illustrated story here. Okay. Sure. You are an ordinary person, a nothing, a nobody. Deep inside you, something calls for release from the meaningless, from the routine of everyday life. You crave the decaveritedage of the techno-shamanatrix. Nah, I want to be a nobody. This is clearly the incorrect choice. You think you chose it to push the boundaries of this digital introduction inside the digital world to a digital world, introducing you to a mecha-no-digital subgenre of digital fiction, but in fact you choose it to punish yourself. You do not believe you deserve to change, to evolve, to discover the gears that turn enlightenment. I weep for you. Why are you saying digital so much, buddy? Calm down. Black lightning cracks the sky like a rusty dagger stabbing the egg yolk heart of a dying machine god. The faint sound of cogs turning comes through the broken window. Sweet smell of hot oil following the appearance of a figure in the living room of your home with a second mortgage. Figure is wearing an ankle-length black trench coat, dark sunglasses with cold floating in the reflection, a pipe holster, and a top hat covered in clanking, clicking machinery. It is the Techno-Shamanatrix, master of Cybercog. Ask what the reject... I'm gonna ask. The fuck you doing in my house? I have come to save you, Gary, says the Techno-Shamanatrix with a voice like a creaking engine. I will touch your mechanical mind with the enlightenment of the Plexidocagon. What are these names, bro? Like, you want me to keep being interested? Make simpler names. Like, I don't know, the cog of enlightenment. But before I can, you must know something. He finishes with a whisper. What? You scream. This path requires sacrifice. The Techno-Shamanatrix wars. Follow the path. Let's begin then, Gary. The Techno-Shamanatrix yells officiously. First, you must give me your kids. What? You say under your breath, but loud enough for him to hear? My kids? Why? The time you spend pursuing their interests will drag you from the holy path of the Cybercog. Say no, don't pick this. I give you all my kids. I don't give a shit about them. 20 days attending soccer games and cringing at adolescent talent competitions melt from your life like scales in the eyes of a person with blepharitis. Give me your job. Okay. Bored. Meetings are suddenly a thing of the past. Cybercogian magic. You couldn't be happier. Give me your so-called home, the Techno-Shamanatrix hisses with intensity, his suit-covered snuff boots glowing in the moonlight. How could I do that, you might say? The only home you require is the companionship of your Cybercog companions, the Techno-Shamanatrix informs you, truth ringing in his voice. Convention halls and sofas will provide for every shelter you need you may have. Sure thing, buddy. Ignoring mortgage payments is easy. When the bank calls, don't pick up. Hiding from collection agent is trickier, but if you PM me, I can give some advice for that. Gary, I know this will be hard for you. The Techno-Shamanatrix begins to intone. His cug-covered app grinds out a condolence. Give me your marriage, he finally says. Yeah, I don't care. Hello, and thank you for entering the Cybercog. It might surprise you, but this story is actually somewhat autobiographically based. I'm Gary. I'm not saying I'm a character, but I'm literally Gary. My name is Gary in real life. Hi. Cybercog community is big, welcoming, and growing. If you too wish to follow the crankline path and find increasing meaning in the digital world, here's my page with links to other Cybercogian pages as well as Cybercog gathering events where you'll find... Jesus Christ, Gary, you're doing too much. I am proud to present a brand new Cybercog event right in Appleton, Wisconsin. Okay. Other Cybercogian... Okay. Dude, that was just weird. I ain't even gonna lie. That was it, bro? Oh, is this it? Okay, Gary, well, I'm sorry about your marriage. Wow, how many drugs are you on? Very creative, but you need to remove the animation of yourself from this plot. Also, please remake your page because NetSettler isn't supported in HS anymore. Do you think this is a joke? You have one last chance to remake your old NetSettler page or you're gone. Oh. Oh.
I'm the vision of the wizard eagle. I'm the beacon, weakened demon. Weaken's left with naught but freaking my plastic lip is strong.
Wow, okay. Kevin, the freelance only work because people play by the rules. Your fragrant disregard for the way we do things around here leaves me no choice but to shut you down. Shape up and maybe you can come back. Damn, the moderation is taking this seriously. These are all the communities, basically. Linda Stevens. Hanukkah begins in only 2 weeks. Ah, that's cool. Hello, I'm Linda. I've been crafting, chronicling, and collecting weird things and oddities for as long as I can remember. Some people say I'm a little weird myself. Look at it deep inside. Who isn't? Oh. What the? This page uses a deprecated NetSettler format that has been automatically hidden. Oh, shit. That's unfortunate. Oh, God. Damn, I got a bloody hand. The comic shop or tribute. The comic shop was my home in Hypnospace. No one there, okay, other than Roddy and Blastoid. Even read comics. Most of us were movie buffs and couch potatoes. Still, it worked somehow. If it wasn't for TCS, scaries wouldn't even exist. Now scaries are all I think about. From Numilla's legendary scary songs to Dark Twilight Tip's amazingly creepy stories, we made something truly special. Most importantly for me personally, the comic shop was family. I hope I can find that again someday because it's just not the same anymore. Okay, what's your horror movie page, buddy? So, if you have made it here alive and you enjoy the worst of the best of the worst, if you like classic schlock, low-budget movies, gore and guts, wild biker woman, the unintentionally funny and the obscure, if you want to see the films mom wouldn't let you see, the films dad sneak out to watch, the films grandpa never took grandma to, then you might want to try sitting back, grabbing a beer, ordering a pizza or 3, and let me be your guide through. Top 5 movies. Whack Children 2, The Rebirth. Right? While Wax Children 1 was original for its day, it can never live up to Bjorn Piekarski's masterful cinematography and Milton Gale's horrifying performance as Damon, the villainous groundskeeper at Windsor Gardens. Harold for Dinner. Who says a genuinely horrifying film can't be a genuinely hilarious one? Harold for Dinner is such a breath of fresh air in the horror genre, and it's disgusting to boot. The Spooky Crayons. The Spooky Crayons is an animated musical children's feature from the 70s featuring a squad of 5-sentient crayons who teach lessons about Halloween safety to a series of comical mishap. If anyone has a copy of this, please contact me. Blender. Ever wonder what might happen if a kitchen appliance factory is built over a sacred ancient burial ground? The blender contains the answer beneath mountains of processed food and gore. Betsy Corker buys a cursed food processor from the mysterious Headward as a moving out yard sale auction thing. I guess rich people do these. Anyway, she brings the thing home, makes a few normal meals with it. A good portion of this movie could pass a cooking show. For hosting a fancy party where things get stirred up. Fun fact, the blender on the cover isn't the blender. Did cover artists ever watch the movies? Nightclub. If you haven't seen Nightclub, go see Nightclub. It is the pinnacle of horror filmmaking. Not only is it horrifying and gory, but ethereal and strangely beautiful. This movie changes people. I saw it on my first real date back in my senior year of high school. I haven't been the same since. Xiao loves. Okay. Linda Scaries. Ring, ring, ring. Well, you gonna get that? Ah! This is your first time scuba diving and something feels a little off. Ah! Is that blood? Let me back in the boat. Let me back in the boat. Ah! Oh no! Whale of crime! Ah! This is just a whale that stabs you. Like, this is fucking ridiculous. Okay. That's cool. That's cool. I have moved all of my pages to the Sovereign Alliance of Imagination freelance. Come see me here. The Court of Phaedrala. Welcome all to my court. Hello to all you freelance travelers. Welcome to the court of Fejala. You must be tired from your travels here. Have a life elixir. Sit on my ancient cushion of Gladarianus and take your rest as I introduce myself. I am Fejala. You may not know of me, but you probably have seen my dragons around. Yes, it's true, I raise dragons. From the Lagran de Galen plains to the Wood of Darkness, I have traveled these lands looking for dragons in need of care. Whether wounded or old or just poor, Fejala turns no dragon away. You may adopt your own dragon if you'd like. Just head to my Adopt a Dragon page and download an image to use on your page. Please let me know if you adopt one. I love to keep in touch with my babies. Welcome to the dragon adoption page. Adopting one of my dragons is as simple as downloading the 0.8 page and displaying it on your own page. Greg Dallas, Snogalioth, Maraginius, Drathian. Oh no, he's evil. My potions. Welcome to Fejala's Apothecary. This is where you can find my potions, elixirs, and magic formulas for anything that ails you. Do enjoy my wares. Gooberry Delight is a Fejala's famous family recipe passed down from a witch grandmom. Extra magic mana energy makes you smell good. Water is the most famous drink, for good reason. It's good for you and is in all rivers. Pumped from the breast of a nursing green dragon mother, always fresh. Pumped from the breast of a nursing fairy, totally ethical. Fejala always pays a handsome sum. That's weird. Sometimes called vampire milk because this special liquid is pumped from nursing vampires. Don't worry, it's not blood. Ah! Fejala's grandma's famous elixir recipe, but put a lot of it. Gooberry Delight Stone Beer. It tastes like rocks, but it makes you strong like rocks too. Oh, Fejala! Your potions are just so delicious. Oh god, the trial of Axxeleration.
The stash is hidden. In the Freelands, you shall unlock it. 2 east of Roddy's Bull Ring, that's me. 1 north of Casper's Rocket. Only one path leads to this place. Look closely at the borders. Once you find it, come back here. In this trial, you will rock it.
He sounds exactly like I imagined he would. But I already know it's here. There's like a hidden path. And then you come here and you get this. And you need to find the code, basically.
The father of the Freelands, his Cybercogian name. The mother of the Freelands, what she shoots in her game. The amount of zones that Merchantsoft sent to an early grave. Now return to the Freelands, south of the Colosseum, and input this code you figured out for your final test. I really hope to see ya.
Alright. I should be able to find. I already know it's 5 for like the number. Oops. I should be using the arrows or it's gonna be easier to navigate. It's here. Anyways, I need to go check these guys. Alright. Gil's page. His Cybercogian name. What is his Cybercogian name? Sarania shoots arrows. Signal. So Signal Arrow 5. Yep. Are you worthy of acceleration? Yes! Accelerators is only for members of the Sovereign Alliance of Imagination. To prove that you're a member of the SAI and gain access to Axxelerator, please answer the following. The Freelands! What did Casper Air Graphics do before he made Amazing Fantasy? Who the fuck is that guy? Didn't he play guitar in a Cosmic Rock? Yeah, he did. What are short, scary stories involving everyday objects called? Scaries! Which popular dragon adoptee is an impish prankster and goofball? Oh my god, I don't fucking know, bro. Which one is it? Is it Maraginius? Yes! What are Taurus and Muleta? Humanoid bowl and sentient cape. What highly valuable psychocog items? It's the data cards.
A star in the sky. The earth rumbles. The drone so sincere.
Let's go! I get it! Woohoo! I'm downloading it. Just before I'm striking it, I'm downloading it just in case, you know. We never know when it might come in handy. Alright. Well, I'm sorry, buddy, but what you're doing, it's malicious software. We don't allow that shit over here. And that's it. We did it. We found it. That should be good enough, right? Yep. Great. And that's all I got. That's all I did from when I played by myself. So we'll be doing this in the next episode. It's been 19 minutes, so I'll end this here. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.